The Cavaliers have peaked. The governor on this car has been reached. It was high. It was a title when the Warriors had some problems. It was a one game in the finals win when the Warriors are hitting on all cylinders with Kevin Durant. And we have seen the best of this iteration of the Cavaliers. We've seen the best of the LeBron-era James with the Cleveland Cavaliers. From this point forward, the only thing happening is it crumbling. Is it getting worse? This Kyrie news is every indicator you need that the Cleveland Cavaliers' future is on the downward slide. It's no longer on a climb. Look at it this way. How does this team get better? They're in complete salary cap mess, thanks to LeBron James' wishes to bring in J.R. Smith and Tristan Thompson on really, really burdensome contracts that has completely handicapped their future to bring in other free agents or really, honestly, to make impressive trades. How does this team raise the governor? If we say they've hit on all cylinders and we've seen what the maximum speed of the Cleveland Cavaliers, how do they raise it? I don't. Trades look like you're spending your tires. Free agency is a non-starter. So this is why when I've said, hey, LeBron's title hopes look brighter with the Lakers than they do with the Cavaliers. Yeah, I understand that's in the West. I understand you have to go through the Warriors. I understand Lonzo's a rookie. I understand Brandon Ingram hasn't proven anything yet. But you know what? The governor on that team in the long haul is higher. The max top-end speed of that Lakers team is going to be higher than what the Cleveland Cavaliers' future max top-end speed is. They're not running at the same speed right now. But this is what I've been saying. That's why the move makes sense. The Cavaliers have peaked. Where they go from here, you have to start with that realization.
You know, you're talking about what the Lakers can be. Listen now, a bird in the hand is better than two in the bush. Right? He has a bird in the hand in Cleveland in the sense that he's seen this team and what they can do when they are hitting on all cylinders. Now, do I agree that the title hopes are dashed, at least for the moment? Yes, as is every other team in the NBA. When Kevin Durant said, you know what, I'm going to take less money to sign with the Golden State Warriors so we can get some of these guys back, so we can get Iggy back, so we can get Sean Livingston back, and I'm going to stay here, and Steph got $200 million. We could write it in right now. That team's healthy, they beat everybody in the league. But that's the only team that you can say is out of reach for the Cleveland Cavaliers. What if there's an injury? What if one of those guys doesn't make it to the finals? What if the grueling West happens to knock off the Golden State Warriors? Are there other teams in the league that you feel like with this current roster of the Cleveland Cavaliers, they can't beat? I agree with you in the sense that we're going to say that the Golden State Warriors are the gold standard, which they are, and that's who everybody's chasing. With this team constructed as it is, with the salary cap issues they have, and not being able to go out and add pieces to the team, can they beat the Golden State Warriors? No. But tell me who you can't say that about. Tell me what team you look at right now, you say, you know what, this team is primed and ready to beat the Golden State Warriors. You look at the Minnesota Timberwolves and what they've done, and you say maybe down the line, this team has a chance. Some things fall their way. The Houston Rockets still need more pieces, even with getting Chris Paul. We saw the San Antonio Spurs before Kawhi Leonard went down. We thought they had a chance. But we saw what happened in that series once he was down. So when you look at these different teams, they're in the same place as the Cleveland Cavaliers. Have they peaked as how good they can be? I believe they have. I believe they won't be a better team. There's not another piece that you can add to this team while taking away a piece that has been very important and vital to them reaching 3 consecutive finals that makes them a better team under their current situation.
You don't like Derrick Rose coming in for a meeting today with the Cleveland Cavaliers? That's not going to put him over the top?
Derrick Rose was once my favorite player. He isn't anymore. I'm just going to leave it there. He doesn't make them a team. He doesn't make them. They're not one player away from beating that team. No. The only, you got to go out and get a guy the caliber of a Steph, of a Clay, and they're not just floating around.
Here's the thing. This argument that you're making that anyone can have a shot, something can happen to your argument is twofold. Nobody has a shot, which makes you like everybody else. But then if the Warriors get hurt, then that changes the equation, and you actually have a shot in Cleveland. That argument, I think, worked better on Thursday. That was a nice argument last Thursday.
So since the week's changed, or since the news has changed?
Yeah, something's happened since Thursday. Kyrie Irving demanded a trade request. So this idea that here are the Cleveland Cavaliers at their peak, they're right here, number 2 team in the NBA, and if the Warriors stumble, if something gets hurt, if the chemistry goes bad, somebody twists a knee, we're there to claim the championship, was a decent argument on Thursday. But they're not sitting here anymore. They're not sitting here stable at number 2. They're sitting here now climbing down the ladder. You have chemistry problems, uncertainty problems with what LeBron's future is like. Maybe whoever's running this organization, and I don't really know who to say on that front right now. Is it Dan Gilbert who's going to pull everybody in and get these guys on the same page? Is it LeBron? News suggests LeBron's not going to take the point on bringing Kyrie back into the fold. So unnamed mysterious person in Cleveland, if they pull off bringing these two guys together and then therefore putting Cleveland back on the same footing they were last Thursday, yeah, your argument might make some sense. But that's not where we are. Now we're on a team with serious problems. Chemistry problems, personality problems, getting worse day by day. And so this idea that we'll just wait on something bad to happen to the Warriors is not a way to move forward as an organization.
No.
A way to move forward as an organization now say we've hit our governor, we've hit our peak, what can we do now? What assets can we take and turn into something that means we're raising our future, our governor in the future?
Here's the point is not to sit there and wait on the Golden State Warriors to get hurt or wait on a miracle to be passed down from Lord Jesus Christ.
That's not
what I'm saying. What I'm saying is I agree with you that this team has reached its title hopes if the league stays where it is. If the people who are on rosters right now are healthy come next June. But just remember, in May, we were wondering what's going on with the Cleveland Cavaliers. They were losing the number 1 seed to the Boston Celtics, and they found ways with those chemistry problems, with the same things that are now being aired in the press and in the media, these things that are being said, Kyrie demanding a trade, the things that caused this were going on then. There was chemistry problems then. They don't just happen after you lose to the Golden State Warriors. They found a way to pull things together and dominate the East throughout the playoffs. So they can still do the same things on the court because when the ball bounces, the ball bounces. And we forget about being friends. We forget about if we're going to go out to eat afterwards. And we become independent contractors bent on doing the best job I can to win basketball games. And they will do that.